the ball full, but it keeps him nicely in the game.
Just played over a little bit, left Johnston with a bit of room to work in here. Certainly far enough. Nobody in yet. Gotta keep going this. Run away. Short. Johnson played off. Just got to take a yard out of this ball. Nicely paced. Got a bit of first. One to Johnston.
And it looks like quite a game in store. There's Gary Wallis, who is trailing at the moment, 10-7.
Run on. Run again. Could do it just another yard in it. Just half a yard short on the road. Goes in.
Well, they've had a tremendous amount of enjoyment so far today, and I think there's probably even more in store.
Far enough. Far enough. Pegs and stops the length it could win. Or rubs and takes the jack full. Picked it up clean, counted the end, up to press. Struck, trying to take it out, and he's hit the jack. Can the jack go off? Yes, it's in the gutter. Well, Mike just about knows all the game, doesn't he? He's not fell down on anything yet, really, this lad Wallis.
No, that was the good tactic to do there, to strike. Every chance of cutting the wood out. As it happens, he took the jack.
No score, of course, from the previous end, the jack having left the green. Being replayed.
I think that Tommy Johnston's heard a few rumours about this lad from Yorkshire, Mike. He's certainly playing really well, Johnston. Played one. What a brilliant ball. Get a lick off that ball. No, he's knocked it the wrong way. And Wallis stands there with a super ball.
Looking to make it a double. And there are a lot of people who rather disapprove of the whole of Yorkshire claiming the credit for Gary Wallis. Let's be precise about it. He's from South Yorkshire, as it's been called since I think it was 1974. The local government boundaries changed due to a man called Redcliffe Maud who conducted an inquiry.
Another South Yorkshire special. Plays with the county side. Got to peg hard and run. Second for me. Collision gone wrong there for Tommy Johnstone.
Tommy.
And he's pointing to the South Yorkshire county player, Gary Wallis. Again, played up to the end. He's only got to touch that short ball to make it. He's played round the back. He's trying to get another. Turned it over. There's the man, the bag's already filled twice. He must have emptied it in the car and brought it back after Duncan and Burroughs got buried. This man, young fellow from Yorkshire.
Johnstone's carried his bowl, obviously been indicated that he's in.
Another real tight end. This lad just won't lie down, will he? This Gary Roberts. Every time Johnstone plays a good ball, this Gary Wallis.
No, a marvellous end there. Gary unlucky not to lift his own wood up and make it count the end. But Tommy's really playing well. He's hardly played a bad end.
Run away. Just a little bit suspect at times when Tommy's led good balls on swinging marks, Mike, you think. He's a bit short of length, but then he's produced a good ball with the second.
That's right, he's a good improver. But Tommy's improved as well here.
Played another ball, but room to move. Already a few tipping this. Runs on, goes on the card. Good ball. Brilliant ball. Not a mile away. Played a very, very good ball here again. Just play it on. You know, give it some sort of a chance. It just wants to run on a little bit more. And again. Just died. Far enough, and Johnstone now played at the end, hit them, just tickled the ball, but he's still one on.
That's the difference. 1 chalk in it. Gary Wallis 10, Tom Johnstone 11. And it's Wallis with the jack setting the mark. A good distance over towards the corner.
I tell you, Mike, both these men are playing, you know, a long way, aren't they? They're not taking much chance about the short mark bowling now.
No, it's developing into a very, very good contest indeed. Very high quality. Another good lead here, only 18 inches past the jack.
Gotta stop, because on the card, if he could just stop, might go out now. Like the Johnson would. Run now on the bottom side. Bit on the low side, got to run. Got to run and peg. Can't get concerned in the end. And according to the referee, it's 1 to Johnstone. Got to get up, and he signalled the markers.
Gary hasn't conceded the end yet, in fact. Calling for a measure.
The blue, the yellow one. Thank you. Red ball shot.
Well, it was a close thing, actually. It was well worth Gary asking for a measure. But it goes against him. Tom Johnstone counts 1, he's 12. Wallis 10.
Here's Tommy Johnstone from Greater Manchester. And one of his favourite pieces of land. This is where he secured vital chalks to get rid of the favourite Brian Duncan. Swinging mark, he's played far enough. Just a yard overplayed. About 3.5 foot past the jack. Now Gary Wallis with some sort of a chance here. A little bit of room to work in. Steps in promptly with a fair ball. Again, Johnstone tried to find a good second wood here. Certainly far enough. Any peg has a chance. Counts. Good ball.
That's 6 inches at the back.
Chance if it runs this. Oh, just drifted down below. Very good played wool there. Wood from Wallis. Almost clipped the jack away from Johnson's counting ball.
Well, this will be the most severe test over the 2 days of the resolve of Gary Wallis. 3 chalks in arrears. And playing against a man, Tommy Johnstone, who I would think, Mike, in many ways has lifted his game, really, though he is through to the semi-finals, but he has lifted his game.
Yes, he's played a very high-quality game so far. He's been putting Gary under pressure with every lead, and here's another one a foot behind. These are very difficult bowls to beat, especially end after end.
nice pace. Again, a nice pace to come down the hill. Just peg lazy up to the jack and stop a length to counter double. This young Wallis now got to play and find a real winner here. So he's done so much in the past. This has a big chance for me. Pegs hard, it can go on the card. Falls the right way. Could won it. Oh, I think young Gary Wallis was very relieved there to see that ball fall over inside.
Astonishing. I think if the breeze had been blowing the other way, Wallis might not have been counting that one. But as it is, he is toppled over.
Mike, what a difference that one made. He'd have been 15-10 at the back, wouldn't he, there?
One of the most important balls of the game, that. He had to play a dead length. He might be regarded as a little fortunate that it fell in, but it was a wonderfully played ball, and another indication that he will play good woods when he's under pressure.
Long, rangy mark. Coming in towards the jack now, running down the hill. Johnson looks as though he's played a fair ball here. Stops a length, but still running. Gone a long way. Put it down light. Very light. Won't get the trip, this. Not played many short balls throughout this competition, young Wallis. But there's one there that certainly should have been up to the jack. Johnston. Crowd tipping this ball, but it's climbing away now on the top side. Bit of a balance here about how the end lies.
If Tommy Johnstone doesn't count two here, he will regard it as a wasted opportunity. Certainly every chance to count a double.
Come on, Gary.
Good wood from Johnston. Stopped a length. Slide on the peg. Got to run. And again. Just give up. Certainly far enough. Looks like clocking another one here. Pegs in. Two with a dead length.
Another pressure bowl here.
Chances. Gets a lodger inside this ball. Might just go out on the bottom now. Bit quick there. Gone through the gap and out. Johnston claiming two, and Wallis has conceded the end. Well, Mike, I think Tommy Johnston's found his game a little now, hasn't he? He's putting them down very well.
Well, he's played a very high-quality game here, Tommy. He's hardly put a foot wrong. It's no wonder that Gary finds himself 5 chalks behind at this stage. He could be further behind if he hadn't played so well.
Just gone by and into the pit, out of proceedings, and Johnston here with the field clear to play another good ball. Now this young man Wallis, who's had a brilliant tournament, now in some sort of trouble. Played another good ball. Not an easy mark. Pegging hard and away at the finish. Can this young man bring and dig one out? Played a good ball. He's counting a double again, Johnston.
He's playing well now, Tommy Johnstone, and
Joe Clemmet,
there's a very handy lead for him, 18-11. He's got young Gary Wallis on the run.
Michael, along the edge here, that's paid off for Johnston, hasn't it? He's led really well. I think he's just tested this lad's round peg ability out, you know, on funny marks.
Yes, it's a mark obviously Tommy favours, and as has been said earlier, when you've found a mark on the green that you like, keep going for it, because it's a mark that's paid dividends for him. He's made another fair lead here. He's given Gary just a little more room than before. Referee's indicated that Gary's wood has just fallen in.
Johnston's far enough. Pegs hard, he can rest that ball. Oh, chance, wins it. Just pegged inside to stop. Well, the pace is right. Pegs hard, must win it this if it's any peg. Very good ball.
Well, again, Gary Wallis produces what they call a pressure bowl under those circumstances. Saves it and counts 1. And he's got a chance now to change the geography of the game to his liking.
Got to get stopping. Misses the jack, he'll go a long way. About 2 foot short. Now Johnson get in on the bottom side. Pace is right. Drops inside that ball, he can win. A perfect ball. Brilliant ball out from Tommy Johnstone. There's the 2 balls up front. And Wallis now trying to repair the damages. Johnstone, he's played a ball with a chance on the bottom side, but it might just go. Referee declares Johnston on, no doubt. Got to go and have a look how the land lies. 1 ball bang in front. And the Wallis ball just on the left-hand side of the jack.
Yes, for the second time in this semi-final, Tommy Johnstone has declined to play his second wood for fear of doing any damage. He's already counting 1, takes him on to 19. Gary Wallis 12.
Well, it's a critical end for Johnstone. He can tie the game up here, get 2. Satisfied to have 1 on the jack, leading for game, 21 up. Johnstone 19, Wallis 12. Played a no ball. Well, Michael, after all the good leads he's made, Johnston.
Well, I was just wondering if he was going to play a completely perfect game, but he has slipped up here. And Gary's taken advantage of it. About a yard short.
Definitely farther now this time, Johnston. Played a winner. Played a winner, no doubt. But still a yard short. He's got to get in here. Bang on a road. Pace is nice. Good ball there from Gary Wallis.
Yes, another one for Gary Wallis. That's about the third wood of that nature that he's played when everything's been against him. Just keeping himself alive.
Well, Michael, it's still not beyond redemption, is it? A couple of twos from young Gary Wallis, and you know, we could get a bit of a twirl round here.
Well, that's certainly what he needs, and it's significant that Tommy has kept him to ones. Every time that Gary has scored, it's been a one, and quite often it's been with his last wood when Tommy's been lying in. Made a good lead, though.
Certainly far enough. Certainly far enough. Gets round the back of the block, he might go out, but I think it's stopped to win. About 10 inches by. Good ball from Johnston. He's not letting this slag off the hook, Mike, is he?
No, he's played really well as Tommy. He's not given the lad any chance.
Johnston a chance of wrapping it up now. 1 on and 1 to play. Counts a double here. He's through into the final of the Waterloo. Listen to the crowd. They'll tip this one. It's gone round the back and out. Only 1.
Joe Clemmet to the table, please.
Looking for a good lead. Looking for a good lead. Just a little bit tight, but round about the jack. Just about 14 inches, dead level. Hard ball to beat. He's got to find a near perfect wood to win this end. He's got to run. Johnston still on. Balls fell over. The referee confirms. Looks a different situation to us. The balls fell over, gaining about 6 inches. Now Johnston playing up. Got to miss that short ball.
He's indicated he's striking.
He's done one. May have cut the wrong one out. Johnston's weighed in, won the game, 21-13, beating this young man from South Yorkshire, Highgate Bowling Club, Gary Wallis, 21-13. Wallis had a wonderful run in this competition and been truly marvellous, but there's Tommy Johnstone, played superbly in the semi-final to defeat this young man who's got a big future in the game.
Yes, nice to see two young men providing such excellent bowling and great entertainment here this afternoon. Tommy Johnstone there, very happy man, into the final of the Waterloo, certainly for the first time. Let's just remind ourselves of the quality of the bowling that match provided. The And this, Mike, was just the second end of the match.
Yes, Gary had got in at the first end. It was a comparatively loose end, certainly compared with how the game was later. But this indicates that it was a very, very high-quality game indeed. A good lead.
And it's not really possible to say that Gary's nerve failed him at all during the game.
No, I don't think so. He's only scored 13, but he's played a very good game. Tommy has played absolutely exhibition bowls, as indeed he did at this end. A marvellous wood to beat Gary's lead.
There's Gary's second, but I think we can only remember one rather bad wood from Tommy Johnstone the whole game.
That's right. Gary here changed his peg. Perhaps a little bit more green knowledge, he might have got that, but he was guessing at the land for the other peg. And then Tommy, cool as anything at the second end, plays up again and makes another with an absolutely perfect bowl.
That's it, and it was bowling of that extreme quality that takes Tommy Johnstone through to the final. The score 21-13 against Gary Wallis. Who'll join him there? Well, Allan Thompson or Joe Clemmet. Let's see.
And to the second semi-final, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce from Murfield and Murfield Old Bank Bowling Club, Allan Thompson. And from Bolton and Tongmoor Conservative Bowling Club, Joe Clemmet.
Thank you. Yes, good game, both of you. Would you call, please, Alan? Tail it is. Allan Thompson. Allan Thompson.
Allan Thompson leading out.
Second semi-final of the Waterloo. Another Yorkshireman, this time a Yorkshireman only. Allan Thompson leading the jack. Bit of a wayward start there by Thompson, leaving Clemmet a bit of room to work in. And he's got to reach up. Perhaps we're getting a nervous start here. Give up. Well, he's coming in the other way around now, Thompson. Played one now, roundabout. Fair ball. Clemmet follows suit. It's the ball working away, swinging to the left. Got to reach up, must have a chance. If it'll run.
Single to Thompson. Both bowlers improving on their first woods.
There's Thompson. Tightened his lead up a little. Played a good ball. Oh, that was a bad rub for Clemmet.
Alan!
Looks as though he might have just picked the jack up there, missing that short ball, Clemmet, but he got a lick. lifted the ball a little, went past and out. Touches the jack. One to Thompson. As Allan Thompson now 2 in front to the game of 21 up. Joe Clemmet still on 5. In the semi-final of the Waterloo. Good lead from Thompson. He's on a road, if he can drop and run. He's got to run, a chance to win this for me. He's won it. Excellent ball there from Joe Clemmet. Bit of a chance. Bit of a chance. Oh, just licked the ball and gone away. Coming for another. Coming for another. Be a real great 2 if he gets these. Tremendous applause from the crowd. Clement comes in with 2 masterly woods there to register a double.
Well played, Joe, and little silent applause from Arthur Murray, who's joined us in the commentary box. Arthur, just at the interval we had at lunchtime, I noticed that a lot of people were speaking with very high regard about Joe Clemmet.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I hope you're not going to ask me to tip one, Richard. I've put the kiss of death on young Gary, and I wouldn't like to do the same on Joe, of course. But, you know, he made a very, very nervous start, I thought, Joe, the first 2 ends. But he's come up with 2 wonderful woods there in that end, and I think that'll do him all the good in the world. But, of course, you know, this green now, it's dried out. It's just about perfect for playing on, and I'm sure the players are really enjoying it.
Thompson's got to find one here. Be smack on the road and far enough. Runs hard, it could win. Clear running. He's got a lick and run onto the jack. Thompson, a little rub there that just went his way. There's a real Yorkshire smile there from Thompson. He knew that the ball might have been a little bit tight on the road, but a little lick there just straightened it up. Well, Arthur, I think this is where the contest may be decided now. If you can get Johnson, get this real good arm of his working on these long lengths, could it be trouble for Joe?
I don't think so, Harry. You know, as I say, we were saying in Joe's previous game, no one's going to trouble Joe in the corners. He'll not be the first to duck out. And I think if we see Joe get in at this end, he'll whip back in the corners.
going to get here. Guide. Clemmet is on. Certainly trying to get another here. Pace is right. Beautiful road. He can run another foot. He'll peg one. Double. 2 good balls there again from Joe Clemmet.
And they put Joe Clemmet in front, 9-8. And as we suspected, he's going to stretch it out.
Arthur, Joe Clemmet loves this mark, doesn't he, down here? Finger peg. It's not an easy mark.
No, it's not indeed, Harry. Just where he's got it at the moment, it stopped right on a hillock there, and it's anything like a lead as Joe's just put up. You know, it's one hell of a good wood, and it's got to be a perfect wood to beat it.
They've got to be smack on the road, and if they're a little bit on the bottom side of the jack, you'll see the ball straighten up as he approaches. It's just gone on the outside. A little bit short, perhaps, in a length to get it up to the end. And now Clemmet, once again, playing to go down the hill, put the pressure onto Thompson with another. Chances gone through. Clement, I think, is going to give us the Indian sign here. The sheriff's coming. Up goes his hands. 2 more. Still running. The farther it goes, the nearer it goes to the jack. Very, very good lead. Run on. Run away, Thompson. Keep going. Beautiful road, but just died. Here's Clement looking to get a double, playing a bit light. Might just sneak another if it runs, but it's give up.
Two foot.
There's Thompson, and just behind them is a former winner, Stan Frith, watching proceedings. One to Clement. Well, Arthur Clement's opened a little bit of a gap here after being 8-7 at the back. He's now 4 in front.
Yes, he's playing very, very well at the moment, is Joe, and he's on this particular mark, swinging mark right down into the corners, and he's really playing it well. And Joe's got a good record on this green. It might not be known, but he's run very well in the Waterloo for many, many years. I can recollect playing Joe in the 6th round, I think it was a few years ago, when I was playing very well, and Joe pipped me 21-20, and I was very, very impressed with him that day.
Cracking ball from Joe Clemmet. That's Thompson. Wants to know what's gone off. Still got a fair ball to play at. Played a great ball if it contacts. To run the jack. As he left Clemmet still on. Clemmet trying to wave it down. Doesn't know. Yeah, he's only got a half of one, I think.
I fancy yours. Yeah.
Well, Allan Thompson arriving to have a look, although there's a slight fancy on the part of the referee for Joe Clemmet. It's going to be measured.
Right, lovely, thank you. First ball measure, Joe. You'll have to look after all I've got the tools. Watch this while I've got the tools.
Again, Clements gets away with the measure. A good hit from Thompson there, but it didn't turn out right. And Clemmet pegs another chalk to go 13-8 in front to 21 up. Well, Clement's playing like a man here, Arthur, that can see the winning post. Just pulling away now from Allan Thompson and playing one or two decent balls. He's a little short here, but you think he can do it now?
Yes, well, I think Allan can, I think he's a little unfortunate at the last end. He's played the perfect wood, and if he'd caught Joe's wood instead of the block, of course, it leaves him with two. Unlucky for Allan, he caught the block, and on a measure, he still left Joe in, so he was rather unfortunate that end.
He's on a beautiful row here. What a wonderful ball. A long, long way to come there, but Clemmet again pulled another one out. Thompson's got a mammoth task here. Clement fancies this to do a bit of damage, but he might hit the short ball. He's come on the top side and gone out. Picking up on the top side, but he's still got a long way to run yet. He looks off the road, beginning to hook away now to the right. Not a good lead. Allan Thompson now in with some sort of a chance here to count, but not an easy mark. Some down on the bottom, they'll slip away. Tight at the top, they'll come round. Run away, run hard, labouring now, struggled to pass Thompson's short ball, but he just makes it. There's still a fair amount of acreage between the balls and the jack there. Crowd not tipped this one yet, but clear running, it must have a chance. Oh! Watch Joe Clemmet. It's nothing up to now, but might have a bit of a shock for Thompson when he gets up there.
I think too. I don't think so.
Still having him walk his round. He's doing a Stanley Matthews job on the measuring there. Tried to send Joe Clemmet the wrong way. Here's the string man.
Measure Joe's ball first, please. Right, thank you. No, one, Allan. Yep.
Thompson gets the verdict, and that was a really good measure in Thompson's favour because he needed that. If he didn't want to go any further adrift, else he'd be in serious trouble.
Allan Thompson just 5 points adrift of Joe Clemmet now. He's giving the matter some consideration.
Looking around for a decent mark. Well, Arthur, significant thing here. Here's Thompson, the big reacher, you know, a brilliant corner player. But Clements has forced him out of the corners.
Yes.
Made him come out.
Yes, he has indeed, Harry. I thought Joe would stick in the corners. Allan would be the first to give way because Allan's he's a very good player on medium marks, 30, 35 yards. So I think this is what we'll see now if Allan manages to hold on to the block, of course.
Short ball there from Clement. Not up to the jack. Thompson to run to count another. Just makes it. Now Clement's got to find a decent sort of a ball here, and he's played one with a bit of a chance if it runs. Could have fell out. On to Thompson. Just fell the wrong way there for Joe Clemmet.
So Thompson narrows the gap just a little further. He's on 10. Joe Clemmet 14. And Allan Thompson pondering again.
Arthur, he's looking for some. He's roaming about the green a bit now, isn't he, Thompson? You know, he's played up this side short, you know, 28 yards. Now he's gone across the green again. You think he's trying to break Clement's length up by, you know, just taking him on a tour of Blackburn?
Yeah, I'm sure you're quite right there, Harry. You know, I think it's probably good policy. Joe's been settled in on these long marks, as we saw his game this morning, and yesterday the same. So I think Allan's probably I think he's doing the right thing.
Short. Got to work hard, Thompson, to close this gap. Missed the short ball. Just got inside it. Nice handy double these for Thompson if Clement lets him count. Certainly got to play far enough. Flying. Too far if he gets past the jack. Could go out and leave a double for the Yorkshireman. 2 to Thompson.
Allan Thompson counting a double and altering the balance of the game. Just giving himself a slightly better chance than he had before. 2 chalks in it.
Thompson now beginning to find his range a bit harder. He's bombing 1 or 2 round the jack.
Yes, indeed, Harry. You know, it's not many years ago that the experts was tipping this man from Yorkshire to win all kinds of things.
Clements has just provided the bit of Lancashire hot pot there. He's played one right against the jack. He's done it! Brilliant! Wonderful ball there from Thompson. Retrieved what looked an almost hopeless situation for him. Came in with a real banger there to just sort out the end in his favour, and here's the other one coming. Gone out. Well, that was a hard work for double there for Thompson. There's Joe, the Bolton milkman. I don't think Thompson will get any milk if he's on his round. Not after playing that ball.
And look what happened there, Harry. That's a double to Thompson, makes it 14 across. So a different outlook now for Allan Thompson. Surely he'll have gained in confidence.
Thompson's leading some really good balls. The crowd asking this ball to one. Might rub the jack, but goes a yard by. Crowd already written this one off. There's all sorts wrong with that. Thompson played one a bit wayward this time and all. Might just sneak another, throwing him about all over the place now. Little twitch of the nerves there for both players. Now he's give this one a chance. Good ball. Well, Arthur, I think I know where Joe Clemmet is going if he gets in here. He's coming into this bottom corner. He's almost certain to go away towards the left when he gets in.
Yes, I think that last wood that Joe just played will probably settle him down again. He was looking a little ragged, but that last end will do him a world of good.
Moultrie. It's gone by. To this. Oh, those will look really close to Thompson. Got a big job on here to count at the end, and it's vital that he does that. Otherwise, he's in serious trouble. Played one, might get a collision. Oh, save one. Half a loaf better than nothing. To go yet. Still running. Still running. Very good ball. Right below on the bottom and go out. Thompson's ball just gone through. Clemmet stands one on. Second ball running. His shot comes down the hill, but it's short, it's labouring. Might just sneak another if it runs on. He was a little bit wayward on the road there, Joe Clemmet. And Thompson here got to find a real good ball. Oh, the crowd might condemn this. It's got to run. Beautiful road. Just give up. 1 to Clemmet. Well, after that was a great second ball of Thompson's there. The only thing that was wrong with it, he didn't send it far enough. Good road, but just died short.
Yes, and Joe, you know, he's opened up this 3-point gap now, 17-14, and on his favourite mark. You know, he's looking as if he's just going to creep into this 1985 final.
Farther it runs, nearer it goes. Another good lead. Nothing wrong with that. Just a yard short, but it's a big long mark. Thompson now played one of it, gets a clear run. Played a real ball here. Classic ball that. Under pressure. One out of the pressure cooker that from Thompson. He's got to be far enough. Can he really find one? A wonder ball here. Listen for the crowd. Just gone by. Thompson got to try and get another if he can. Difficult task. Beautiful pace. Just scrape in and get one on the photograph. Oh, fell back. Have a look from the back window. Flirts the winner away. Still not decided. I think we might have the string men here again.
Seems to be a tradition in crown green bowling that whenever the men with the measures walk out, they have a musical accompaniment from the crowd.
Thank you. Joe's ball.
Just a single to Thompson now to close the gap. Now stands at 15 Thompson and 17 for Joe Clemmet. Well, Arthur, Thompson's got to fiddle a few more chalks now to get back in the match. It's getting 3/4 along the game, 21 up. Clemmet only needs a couple of doubles to get out.
Yes, well, you'll see Harry Allen's picked a completely new bit of land here. He's cut right across the centre of the green, and it looks as if he's going to try going back across the centre, complete new territory, which I think possibly could catch Joe out a couple of times here.
Clemmet is still nagging away. He's not spreading them out very much, Joe. He's keeping up tight, playing at the end. Played a fair ball there, but just second. Thompson now round the back. Only counted one. Collision there, but didn't go right. Thompson fiddled another one there. It's now 16-17. Just 1 point in it. Well, Arthur, it looks as though we might get a bit of a tight finish here.
Yes, as we can see now, Allan, you know, he's going completely new territory, straight across the green, which I think we've not seen played many times during today's competition. But it's a tricky bit of land. If you get past the block, it'll go 2 or 3 yards. Allan's responded well, hasn't he? Perfect lead.
Yes, bang into the jack, smack on the road and far enough. Clemmet's waving this one on. Only sent it halfway. Thompson has a great chance here of going in front. Pegs a double at this end, he takes the lead. The 2 fair balls. Joe Clemmet got to find one from somewhere. Is he on the road? On the road it could win, but he's on the outside, and Thompson goes in front now with a double to lead 18-17.
Yes, and this has been a good performance by Allan Thompson to come back to take the lead at the closing stages of this second semi-final.
Now Thompson can't afford a slip. He's got Joe Clemmet just on the go a little bit here. He only wants 3 for out at 21 up. But if Clemmet gets in, could be the difference. See, the Watchmen are urging that ball on down the hill. It's a live and let live ball, just a yard short. Clemet's just doing the trip here. Gone out. Certainly far enough again. Clear running. Clear running might go out. Thompson's trying to drag the ball away, and I think it's gone away to leave him a double. Brilliant 2 for Thompson at this stage, Arthur.
This is a good recovery, you know, by Allan Thompson. A few ends ago, he was in all kinds of trouble. 3, 4 chalks adrift, and here we are, 20. Going for game. He staged a marvellous recovery. Played some really very, very good woods across this centrepiece.
Clement got to beat this ball, Clemmet. Certainly going far enough. There's Tommy Johnstone watching this game with great interest, because he's got to play the winner. He's watched Thompson come from a mile at the back to stand game. Oh, played one now. Clement really in trouble now. Stood there, staring defeat in the face. 20-17 down. Johnston now. Oh, he's played a no ball, would you believe it? This end, I can't believe it. At a man-life's game at this competition. And Clement plays a short ball to give Thompson an entry into the final. 21-17.
And the result of the second semi-final, ladies and gentlemen. Allan Thompson of Murfield, 21.
Johnson's there, looking around.
17.
He knows now.
The final will begin in 8 minutes' time.
Thompson
8 minutes.
Reached the final of the Waterloo, where he meets Tommy Johnstone from Greater Manchester. But he came from behind. Tremendous rally. Broke out with a 6 break to beat Joe Clemmet. who was looking really well. There's the referee, who's been quite busy during the last match. And the winning semi-finalist, Allan Thompson, must feel this is the stage where they feel delighted, Arthur, isn't it? You've been in the final a couple of times, and then it sets in that you've got another big job on your hands as well. He's waiting to play Tommy Johnstone. Yes,
Allan will be feeling very, very pleased after that performance, Harry. As we said earlier on, he's come from nowhere, really. He's looked beaten, really. I think it was about 17-14 for Joe, and Allan was struggling with his game, and there you are. Suddenly, he's 21. As I was saying a little earlier also, you know, many, many years ago, Allan was tipped in Yorkshire to be one of the all-time greats, and he never quite pulled it off, but here he is in the final of the Waterloo.
And now here's Richard Duckingfield with the two finalists.
Thanks, Harry. And well, after years of trying, Allan Thompson, you finally made it, but it was a hard game, wasn't it?
Yes, very hard. Joe played very well in those corners, and Yardwood's on that mark take a little bit of beating, and he was playing them well.
When you were behind in that game and you actually got the jack, you seemed to be taking quite some time to decide where to play it.
Well, I had to decide where I thought I could get the best out of my bowls and his strengths and my strengths. It worked.
He took you on a fair old tour. Now, Tommy, I don't think you actually watched that game, did you, Tommy?
No, I've just been for a walk. Yeah.
Why didn't you watch it?
Well, I don't know. It might frighten me, like, you know. I don't know. Just went for a walk. Just get out of the way.
Yeah. Was it that you couldn't bear to watch? You know, you preferred the exercise?
Well, isn't that? It's just a bit of peace and quiet, really. That's all. Like, no, just get out of the way for a minute.
Are you looking forward to this final then, or what?
Well, it's an achievement just to get to the final, really. Like, and win or lose, and I think having a few drinks. That's all.
Do you feel in a sense as though you've done the business by beating Gary Wallis?
No. Can't be serious, so. Yeah.
It was though, Allan, quite an achievement, wasn't it, by Tommy? I thought there to beat Gary Wallis.
Well, Gary's been playing very well, but I thought Tom in that. I watched that game actually, and Tom played exceptionally well. He beat Gary's good bowls, and that's how you win games at this point. He beat all his good ones, and then he put pressure on him again.
This is the furthest you've been, Allan, and I suppose the nerves are a bit at you by now, are they?
Oh no, I've got past those. The last 8 was my nervous stage. Quite happy to be where I am.
Well done, gents. Thanks very much indeed. Well, these are the two men who will be in this year's final, which we'll see very shortly. But let's just remind ourselves of last year's Waterloo final. It was between John Lees, and he was appearing in his third final, of course. And, John Lees, and the man who was appearing in his third final was Steve Ellis. We join it, and it's 18 across. There couldn't be a finer balance for a great climax to this Waterloo final. The lead having changed hands a couple of times. The finalists level now, and John Lees sets the mark.
Well, Noel, is it going to be that Steve Ellis becomes the owner of the unwanted title, 3 times runner-up in the Waterloo?
Well, it could be, but John's played a very short ball there and given Steve every opportunity to get in. Could be a few nerves tingling out there now.
Here's the new one. Dead length. Lees made a bad lead there, just at the time he wanted to play a really good ball. And now he's got a fairly good ball to beat, and his own ball must be banging the road. He might have a job to get past if he can run, but he's short again. He's waving it on, but it's wasting his time. It won't go any farther. It's stopped well short. Ellis now with a great chance of counting a double to go 20-18 in front. Turned his peg round, coming on the top side, looking for a really good ball. Runs any more and pegs. It's got a double. Good ball from Ellis. Takes him to 1 chalk off victory, 20-18 against John Lees. well knowing it looks as though he might break the jinx then.
I'm a great believer in fate, and I've been saying all day that I thought Steve would just do it.
Well, I'm sure that Steve feels the same way you do, Noel. He'll have broke the jinx this time. Twice runner-up and now poised to just make a good lead to clinch the title.
Well, he's put the jack right on that ridge again, where John Lee's had trouble trying to get on the right line.
Well, looking for a lead. Ever he wanted a lead, he's going to make one here. But he's whipping away, not a mile off. The crowd applauding that ball. It's on a difficult piece of land. John Lee's had a lot of difficulty down here last time, trying to find the land. He's waving it on Lee's, doesn't think it's got the legs. Still going, still running, got a chance. Inquiries asking how far.
Got knock in the foot.
Quite a lot of confusion from the crowd. Ken Alcock, the referee, has informed Ellis, you've got to knock him a foot, which means that Ellis must still be on, but he daren't touch that front ball belonging to Lees. Well, Lees has got to lick these, otherwise it's all over. Waterloo title, and the £2,000 goes to Steve Ellis, and for me, he's weighed in. Weighed in, it's all over. Stephen Ellis from Kirkham and Blackpool wins the Waterloo title at the third attempt in the final. This is the
Allan Thompson, please.
The semi-finals worked out that G. Wallis 13-21. And T. Johnson 21. Allan Thompson 21 beat Joe Clemmet from Lancashire 17.
So there it is after a short break. The crowd now taking their seats for the final of the Waterloo Handicap for 1985. I can assure you that there won't be a blank space around the green after what's gone before. Everybody full of anticipation for what ought to be a really great game. So the lineup for the final of the Waterloo 85: Tommy Johnstone from Manchester, and he'll be playing the Yorkshireman Allan Thompson from Murfield.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now reached the final of the Greenall-Whitley Waterloo Handicap for 1985. First of all, let me introduce from Withington, Tommy Johnstone. And from Murfield, Allan Thompson.
Best of luck, Tommy. Best of luck, Allan.
Thanks a lot, mate.
Enjoy yourselves. If you should win, I've told Allan this, forget your bowls, I'll look after your bowls. Because you'll be running, doing 3 laps around the tower. Call, please, Allan.
Tail.
Head it is. Tommy Johnstone.
Tommy Johnstone leading out.
The start of the 77th Greenall-Whitley Waterloo final between Tom Johnstone, the Greater Manchester County star, and Allan Thompson, the Yorkshire player. Johnstone wins the jack, sets the first mark. sets off in great style with a very good lead. Thompson just a bit short of a length on his first ball in the final, but no doubt looking forward to correct that very quickly. Johnson again urging this ball on, just sneaks another. Good attempt there from Thompson. Tommy Johnston's not happy, he wants the pegs. There's the crowd, the Waterloo Pipe Band, just giving the measures a lift towards the end in question.
First, please. Thank you. Allan Thompson's ball.
Just got in the frame there, Thompson. Broke its neck to get there, that ball. Was the one on the last half-inch turning. Funny how the pattern of these games are set at, Mike, isn't it? You know, that he looked to concede the first shot there, Thompson, but got the benefit of a measure.
Yes, he had to play a very good ball, otherwise he'd have gone 2 down. And the question was whether or not Allan would react well to going straight on the green after a hard semi-final, but he appears to have kept his adrenaline flowing.
To Thompson. Now just trailing by 5-7. Thompson having a change of territory, goes across the green. There's Tommy Johnstone. Short. Johnston after retrieving a difficult situation here. Might have played a ball with some sort of a chance. Big cheers from the crowd. A great one.
Yes, he looks to be getting warmed up, Tommy Johnstone, after his break while the second semi-final was being played.
Mike, there used to be some great characters attend this place, and you remember the Cowboy and the Sheik of Araby, Len Lunn.
Yes.
Used to come here. I know Len will be watching this final, and we would like to wish him good health. Hope he's soon back among the Waterloo spectators in whatever disguise he likes to put on. We loved it.
Yes, he was always a character.
Well soon, Len. If he runs down the hill. Good ball to play a second. Trying to make the Woods do the full work. It's Johnston. On the bottom side and away.
It's going to be measured just to make sure that Tommy Johnstone hasn't got a double. Johnstone isn't convinced that he hasn't.
Measure that ball first. Measure Allan's ball first. Thank you. Allan's ball.
Just one to Johnston. The Greater Manchester man. Greater Manchester County player. That takes him. Won it. Struck. Tried to get it out. Oh, he's cutting away. Beautiful cut into the side pocket there to Tommy Johnstone. Just clipped the ball away, and now Thompson's got to do it again. Crowd urging this ball on, but it's going to be second. One to Tommy Johnstone. Yes, there's a good set of bowling experts gathered together. There's over 3,000 people gathered under the various stands and canopies here, and a good open cop that's full of knowledgeable people, all better champions than the lads you see now on the screen. But seriously, they are very good judges and show tremendous support for this game, Crown Green Bowling. Mike, do you think that Tommy's going to roam about a little? You know, he's been up the sides a couple of times. Now he's gone across the middle of the green.
Yes, I'm a bit surprised he didn't decide to come back up the edge where he's been so successful, but he's played so well over all the green, he'll not be bothered where he plays. And he's certainly caught Allan out here.
Yeah, a little bit on the bottom side there. Thompson didn't really road that ball. A little bit of a difficult mark. Got to be smack on the land for it to work right, and Johnston's almost fell in the same trap, but gets the rub. May have even got another one out of that collision. clear, good ball. Well, Michael, he found one there, didn't he? You know, Thompson, he seemed to struggle a little bit on that mark. Off the road with the first, but there was nothing wrong with the second ball.
No, he adjusted his land perfectly, and this has the makings of being a very, very good final indeed. Both men are obviously on form. Both have played exceptionally well in the semi-finals.
Fair lead. Johnson with a 2-foot ball to beat. On he goes. Can he stop and let on the jack? Perfect. One to Johnston. Very good lead from Johnston now. And Thompson give it some sort of a chance if it can peg. Peg hard now and run. It's going to die a few inches short of what would have been a really great ball. Johnson asking for information. There's Johnson, received a report from the referee, now played his second ball. Lies one on. Thompson sent one at this ball. It's played through at speed. Nowhere near the end. One to Johnston. Again, Johnston back down in his favourite patch mark here. He's had a ramble across the middle and now back down here again.
Yes, he's certainly changing the length every time he gets the jack, and that's one way that he could confuse Allan and break Allan's length in turn. As indeed he has.
Yes, Thompson really struggling to find the right length here, whereas Johnston's just playing one or two good balls around the jack. He's got to run. He's got to run and might pinch another. Surely Thompson's not going to let him count two here. He's got to run. Runs hard, it could nearly pegged the end, but it's gone on the bottom side and out. One more to Johnston. Not a mile away. Another very, very good lead from Johnston, playing them really close now. To stick out, pegs hard, it can win. Brilliant. Well, Johnston had a lead lick there that looked odds on to count, but Thompson came up with a ball in a million and turned the end in his favour. Johnston, after it again, looked just a little bit too strong this time and wrapped his own ball, but he's rolled back. He's rolled back against the peg. Well, that was amazing. But the referee has pointed to Thompson. There's the ball of Thompson's on the right, and look at the difference there. It's only about a quarter of an inch in both balls.
Allan Thompson not risking playing his second wood, settling for that one. He's on 9, Tommy Johnstone 11.
Well, that was a fair end, Michael, wasn't it?
Marvellous end of bowls there. Allan really needed to get in there, and Tommy a bit unlucky with his second ball not to just cast off his own and count.
Just a little bit short, Thompson, there to let the ball drop down onto the jack, but if he misses the block, he might go a little way. Oh, it stopped just right. Thompson might have bought himself a load of trouble here. Missed it with the first wood and then put the second one too high and played them both short. Now the gate's open for Johnson to peg a real good double here. Good shot here at the ball coming down the hill towards the mark. It's got to run up. And again. Get it on. Played two. Two good balls. Well, he dug himself a pit to fall in there, Thompson, didn't he, Mike?
Yes, he did it. Tommy's forced him to go off his favourite corner, and Allan was obviously going for the other corner, but Tommy's made him pay for it. Tommy's the one who's dictating the game at the moment.
Left it on the mat. Didn't reach. Won it. Johnston, now it's important. Got to send it far enough. Give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Whatever happens, must win the end. Good ball from Johnston. Real recovery job there after he'd made a mess of his lead. Thompson had a goal the other peg. Just on the bottom side and gone out to leave Johnston a single.
Going into a 5-point lead now, Tommy Johnstone. 14, Allan Thompson on 9. But Thompson, you recall, had similar difficulties in the semi-final match that he played.
Allan Thompson, Mike, may have just lost his length just a little bit now with Tommy Johnstone switching him about and then Thompson going up there. Do you think so?
Yes, I think that's had an effect on his game. And the other thing is that Allan is normally the most excellent of through bowlers. Very, very fine player at playing through, and he's missed 3. And there's no question it's had an effect on his length, and he's played short again here.
Tommy Johnstone, greater Manchester County man. Improved and played another very good ball. Stands with a real good double here. Allan Thompson from Murfield Old Bank Club in Yorkshire, looking to repair some sort of damage and finding a ball that might do a bit of damage. Just trickled away but fell in the right side. An excellent ball, gets full applause from the crowd. Mike, did he need that, Thompson?
Certainly the most important ball of the final so far, that. He'd have been 16-9 down if he hadn't played a good ball there.
Well, you couldn't have blamed Tommy Johnstone there for thinking about buying a tin of metal polish, could he, for the Waterloo Cup, because he looked to have 2 really stone jug balls on there. And Thompson comes up with a real hooking ball there to take the pressure off a little bit. Just wins. Johnstone's gone in there after a short lead from Thompson, who's struggling hard to get back in the game and find a length. The bottom side might not straighten up. Bit of pegging gets him inside. He's gone along in the bottom to go out, leaving Johnstone on. This ball, full flight, looking for a double and getting them. Lovely brace there for Tommy Johnstone. Takes him into a lead now of 16-10. Crowd just dies a little bit short. Run on and it wins. Still run on, but counted at the end. With Johnstone got to do a repeat job. Chance, missed the short ball, died. Oh, an excellent double there for Thompson. Just real lifeline for him there, Mike.
Yes, the first double he's counted in the final, very important to him. He hasn't been leading as well as Tommy, and he now needs to string some leads together.
Thompson played one a fair way through. Johnson, a big chance of stepping in here again. Certainly far enough. Got to be stopping. Stopping any time now to be a good ball. Run on down the hill. Good ball there from Allan Thompson. Got to run. And a bit more. Get up. Peg hard. Just slipped away in the bottom, leaving Thompson one.
Thompson reducing the arrears to 3 points. 16-13.
Got to get up here, Johnston. Get up a little bit and it can win. Won it now, a good ball. Pegged a little and finished up, bang alongside the jack. Keep running, keep running. Very good ball, but nothing. Second. Gets another two great balls there from Tommy Johnstone. Sent them a long way and made them both count. That takes him to 18, this game of 21 up. Just 3 more points needed by Tommy Johnstone from Greater Manchester, from Sale Excelsior Bowling Club, to take the Waterloo title 1985. Won it, Thompson. Well, can Johnstone show his confidence by producing another good second ball? And he's played at the end. If he turns the jack over, be a remarkable ball. Brilliant ball. Wonderful ball there by Tommy Johnstone. Thompson must wonder what he has to do, really.
In the course of the rest of the night, that hangs fire just for a time and then begins to move south across the country, and during tomorrow that eventually clears all parts, fizzling away at the same time. And right at the end of tomorrow, actually the ridge of high pressure, a little higher here, begins to pop up to the west, and that's a good sign for some fine weather, but unfortunately only for a day or two. Anyhow, as far as tonight's concerned, over Northern Ireland, the southern half of Scotland, northern England, North Wales, a good deal of cloud with further outbreaks of rain and some pretty heavy rain in places, at least to begin with. The extreme northern part of Scotland somewhat clearer with just a few showers, and the southern half of England and Wales also getting away with a mostly dry night. In fact, I think over that area the cloud will melt away as the night goes on, and in the southeastern corner especially it'll end up misty, and there will be a patch or two of fog around, some mist around the coast as well. In the northern half of Scotland and in Northern Ireland later on in the night, though, the rain moving out of the way and the skies beginning to break. And with the skies clearing later on, that's where some of the lowest temperatures are going to be, not particularly chilly in any case, and quite a warm, muggy sort of night just about everywhere else. And then for tomorrow, well, for much of that central and northern part of Scotland and Northern Ireland, a bright day with some sunshine. but there will be showers around as well. In northern England and North Wales to begin with, some cloud and further outbreaks of rain, but I think that will move on as the day goes on and will be replaced by brighter weather with some sunshine, just 1 or 2 showers. The sun breaking out in the southeastern corner of the country too, probably later on, but at the same time you'll have 1 or 2 showers. And then the more central parts towards the end of the day, even there brightening up as well and becoming mostly dry. But at the same time, actually, the showers in the north, especially in northern Scotland, turning heavier and heavier, and there could be a rumble or 2 of thunder mixed in with them as well. Quite a variation in temperature again, a fairly cool 14 Celsius in that northern part of Scotland, that's 57 Fahrenheit, whereas once again it's going to be quite warm and humid in the southeastern corner, temperatures as high as 23 Celsius, that is 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Now to look a little bit further ahead, well I think on Friday we're going to have this ridge of high pressure moving in, the ridge I showed you a while ago, so that'll give England and Wales a spell of dry weather I think, with some sunshine, some fog around at night. Still some showers though running across that northern part of the country, and then over the weekend I think we're